Hadith 1. Narrated Nafi, when Abdullāh bin Umar set out for Makkah intending to perform Umrah, at the time of afflictions, he said, "If I should be prevented from reaching the Kaaba, then I would do the same as Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, did, so I assumed the ihram for Umrah as Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, assumed the ihram for Umrah in the year of Hudaybiyah." Hadith 2. Narrated Nafi, that Ubaydullah bin Abdullah and Salim bin Abdullah informed him that they told Ibn Umar when Ibn az-Zubayr was attacked by the army, saying, "There is no harm for you if you did not perform Hajj this year. We are afraid that you may be prevented from reaching the Kaaba." Ibn Umar said, "We set out with Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, and the non-believers of Quraysh prevented us from reaching the Kaaba, and so the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, slaughtered his hadi and got his head shaved." Ibn Umar added, "I make you witnesses that I have made Umrah obligatory for me. And, Allah willing, I will go, and then if the way to Kaaba is clear, I will perform the tawaf, but if I am prevented from going to the Kaaba, then I will do the same as the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, did while I was in his company." Ibn Umar then assumed ihram for Umrah from Dhul Hulayfa and proceeded for a while and said, "The conditions of Umrah and Hajj are similar, and I make you witnesses that I have made Umrah and Hajj obligatory for myself." So, he did not finish the ihram till the day of Nahr, slaughtering, came, and he slaughtered his hadi. He used to say, "I will not finish the ihram till I perform the tawaf, one tawaf on the day of entering Makkah, that is, of Safa and Marwa for both Umrah and Hajj." Hadith 3. Narrated Nafi, some of the sons of Abdullāh told him, that is, Abdullāh, if he had stayed, and not performed Hajj that year. Hadith 4. Narrated Ibn Abbas, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, was prevented from performing Umrah, therefore, he shaved his head and had sexual relations with his wives and slaughtered his hadi, and performed Umrah in the following year. Hadith 5. Narrated Salim, Abdullah, bin Umar used to say, "Is not the following of the tradition of Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, sufficient for you? If any one of you is prevented from performing Hajj, he should perform the tawaf of the Kaaba and between As-Safa and Al-Marwa, and then finish the ihram and everything will become legal for him which was illegal for him, during the state of ihram, and he can perform Hajj in a following year and he should slaughter a hadi or fast in case he cannot afford the hadi." Hadith 6. Narrated Al-Muswar, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, slaughtered the hadi, before he had his head shaved, and then he ordered his companions to do the same. Hadith 7. Narrated Nafi, that Abdullah and Salim said to Abdullah bin Umar, "You should not go for Hajj this year." Abdullah bin Umar replied, "We set out with the Prophet, to Makkah for performing Umrah, and the infidels of Quraysh prevented us from reaching the Kaaba. Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, slaughtered his budn, camels for sacrifice, and got his head shaved." Hadith 8. Narrated Nafi, when Abdullah bin Umar set out for Makkah with the intention of performing Umrah in the period of afflictions, he said, "If I should be prevented from reaching the Kaaba, then I would do the same as we did while in the company of Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him." So, he assumed the ihram for Umrah, since the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, had assumed the ihram for Umrah in the year of Al-Hudaybiyah. Then Abdullah bin Umar thought about it and said, "The conditions for both Hajj and Umrah are similar." He then turned towards his companions and said, "The conditions of both Hajj and Umrah are similar, and I make you witnesses that I have made the performance of Hajj obligatory for myself along with Umrah." He then performed one tawaf, between As-Safa and Al-Marwa, for both of them, that is, Hajj and Umrah, and considered that to be sufficient for him and offered a hadi. Hadith 9. Narrated Abdur Rahman bin Abu Layla, Ka'b bin Ujrah said that Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said to him, "Ka'b, perhaps your lice have troubled you?" Ka'b replied, "Yes." O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, have your head shaved, and then either fast 3 days or feed 6 poor persons or slaughter 1 sheep as a sacrifice. Hadith 10. Narrated Ka'b bin Ujrah, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, stood beside me at Al-Hudaybiyah and the lice were falling from my head in great number. He asked me, have your lice troubled you? I replied in the affirmative. He ordered me to get my head shaved. Ka'b added, this holy verse, and if any of you is ill, or has ailment in his scalp, Surah 2, Ayah 196, was revealed regarding me. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, then ordered me either to fast 3 days, or to feed 6 poor persons with 1 farak, 3 saws, of dates, or to slaughter a sheep, etc., sacrifice, whatever was available. Hadith 11. Narrated Abdullāh bin Ma'qil, I sat with Ka'b bin Ujrah and asked him about the Fidya. He replied, this revelation was revealed concerning my case especially, but it is also for you in general. I was carried to Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, and the lice were falling in great number on my face. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, I have never thought that your ailment, or struggle, has reached to such an extent as I see. Can you afford a sheep? I replied in the negative. He then said, fast for 3 days, or feed 6 poor persons each with half a saw of food. 1 saw equals 3 kilograms approximately. Hadith 12. Narrated Abdurrahman bin Abu Layla, reporting the speech of Ka'b bin Ujrah, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, saw him, that is, Ka'b, while the lice were falling on his face. He asked him, have your lice troubled you? He replied in the affirmative. So, he ordered him to get his head shaved while he was at Al-Hudaybiyah. At that time they were not permitted to finish their ihram, and were still hoping to enter Makkah. So, Allah revealed the verses of Al-Fidya. Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, ordered him to feed 6 poor persons with 1 farak of food or to slaughter 1 sheep, as a sacrifice, or to fast for 3 days. Hadith 13. Narrated Ka'b bin Ujrah, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, saw him, that is, Ka'b, while the lice were falling on his face. Hadith 14. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, whoever performs Hajj to this house, Kaaba, and does not approach his wife for sexual relations nor commit sins, while performing Hajj, he will come out as sinless as a newly born child, just delivered by his mother. Hadith 15. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, whoever performs Hajj to this Kaaba, and does not approach his wife for sexual relations nor commit sins, while performing Hajj, he will come out as sinless as a newborn child, just delivered by his mother.